What's up, guys? It's your boy Little Mickey in the building once more. Yeah, in the flesh. And I don't know that it has been a long time since I have come on here in the flesh. Yeah, I got a little beard going on here. Yeah. Okay, so today I want to talk about, as you may have seen in the title, Popcorn and Drake. Alright, so I made a video sometime back where I spoke on the recent song in which Popcorn and Drake did, We Can Done, and I expressed my dislike for the song and also express, my dislike for how Drake is basically dealing with Popcorn, right? But right now, there has been some recent developments in which Popcorn himself came out and said that he he will be going independently very soon. So he will become an independent artist like very soon, right? So basically, just remember the quote. Basically, he says that labels can be weird, and he hates them and he loves them, right? But he will be going independently soon. Now, if an artist is getting like to do what they want to do and they like have like creative freedom and they're getting the attention in which they need, then you know that an artist wouldn't have any need to make a talk like that, right? But I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but the recent album in which he did, even with Drake featured on the album, that album, the sales like really weren't so good, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if this is where the whole dislike for the label is coming from Popcorn, but he came out, he spoke out. I know that Popcorn is that person where, you know, really doesn't really talk how he feels. He always talk how he feels. You understand? Yeah, man. So it's not like Alkaline, no, where you know that Alkaline wouldn't say anything and he just deals with everything behind the scenes and so on. But when I saw this, I really wanted to speak about it because this has been something that has been on my mind for some time now, right? The relationship between Popcorn and Drake. To me, this relationship, it does not have good chemistry. Now I know that most of you might be saying why for the chemistry, but you know what I mean. Chemistry, as in like two persons who can work together, like they go well together, like anything they touch is just great. Like they're two spirits, like they mesh, as most people would say, right? I'm not getting like a real vibe, like from Drake when it comes to working with Popcorn, right? I'm not getting a real vibe. Like, you know, Drake. All right, imagine this, right? Popcorn, he came up with a song, The Unruly, prior back in 2015, and it was shown that, he was affiliated with Drake because he shouted him out in the song and all of that, right? Drizzy Drake, yeah, shouted him out in the song, and one would have thought that sooner or later there might have been some kind of collab because right now Drake is mashing up the place with One Dance and then kind of thing there. I think One Dance was back in that time too, with the whole Jamaican vibe from Drake and all of that. Yeah, so the place was really mashing up with that kind of style. So one would have thought that, sooner or later there might have been some kind of collab, right? And to be honest, we did not get any form of collab, any at all, right? We got a collab on, I think it's 2018 album. I'm not sure if it's 2018 or 19. Yeah, and that album Forever, right? And that song didn't go anywhere. Didn't go anywhere just like the song We Can't Done. Didn't go anywhere. No. What's the reason for this? Like, is it because people they don't care about Drake anymore? Is it because, well, for whatever reason people don't like Popcaan? Well, what I think about this or what caused this, I just think simply Drake isn't putting enough energy in the work as he would do with other artists. If you are a Drake fan or if you are a person who is open to music, right? Who is open to music internationally, you would know that Drake is a person whose music is very upbeat. Like that man doesn't have a lazy song in which, there's no vibes or anything. If you go back right now and you watch the latest video that Drake and Popcaan did, Weekend, and look at Drake's vibe in the video. Compare it with one of the songs that Drake has done in the past, right? Compare it with one of the songs that Drake has done featured anybody in the music industry, in hip hop. Compare it with one of them. It is 1,000% better energy that you get from it, right? I'm not lying. Go on YouTube like right now after this video and type in Drake featuring anybody. Something will come up on YouTube. And listen to one of those songs and compare it to Weekend Done and see if that is the same vibe again. Even watch the video too. Watch a video of Drake featuring anybody else than Popcaan and see the vibe that you get, right? See the vibe that you get from listening to a song with Drake and somebody else, right? For some reason, no, I never used to be quick to buy into the narrative that, Drake is using the culture. So for me, back then hearing Drake linking with Popcaan and Drake singing one dance, yo, for me that was a big thing back then because I was like, yo, Drake really a big up the culture, man. But there were many persons speaking out, including even Sean Paul. He was talking. He was saying, yo, them man give credit. Basically, he was saying that Drake wasn't giving credit, like he was just taking from Jamaica. But at the time, I was like, yo, Sean Paul needs to chill out still, and just make the international artists just shine light and, everything go on. You understand? But seeing how he deals with Popcaan now, somebody who is on his label, who you would think that someone who is on Drake's label, such as Popcaan, who he claims to have, who he holds to a high level, he puts Popcaan on a high pedestal. That's what he claims, by the way. You would think that Drake would, when Popcaan's project is coming out, like Drake would have it on a billboard sign overseas or on the big buildings in all over America, just like what he did when he and Kanye were at it, right? And he came out with the CLB album, Certified Lover Boy album. Drake had that had posters of his album like all over in every city in America. Like you're driving through, you could see it on the big screens. His album being advertised even before it's out. Like one would think that he would try to give his fellow artists like a push, right? Seeing as he says that he loves Popcaan like that, one would think that he would try to put the energy in it. But I'm not sensing a good energy from him. I'm not going to lie. In the song We Can't Done, like the man whole vibe was off, yo. I don't see him laughing. I don't see him chilling. The man just had a vibe on his face like, yo, I just come here. I just really want to get over this. I just want to finish shooting the video and just get it over with. Yeah, that was the vibe that I got from him, right? And the song was very lackluster. I didn't get any vibe from it as a Jamaican. Weekend, and I still don't know what that means. Like, it has been like 2 months now, and I still don't know what weekend done means. Like, I grew up in Jamaica. That's not how we speak. Weekend done. What does that mean? I don't know. Right? Still don't know. My brain is searching for answers right now. Yeah, but yeah, I just don't think that he's giving Popcaan the energy that Popcaan really needs to make it to the next level. And I just think that Popcaan is just wasting his time, like being around an artist like that. Like, I think that Popcaan is just doing fine on his own. Like, Popcaan is actually pulling his own weight, by the way. Like, Popcaan doesn't need Drake. Drake isn't doing anything for Popcaan. I don't see where this OVO thing helps him. I'm not really sure why he got a tattoo of OVO. That still remains in question. Yeah, but they got the tattoo and Drake got his unruly sign, but I don't think that Drake is feeling the whole vibe. Persons have him as a culture vulture. That means that he's somebody who snoops down when he's interested in something, takes it up, and goes with it. So he just jumps from culture to culture and all of that. I never used to think of him in that way, but based on recent events and how the man really deals with Popcaan, I have to label him a culture vulture. Sadly, I was actually rooting for Drake. Yeah, I was really rooting for Drake. Yeah, but seeing how he dealt with Popcaan, I thought that this man would have been in Jamaica regular. He says that he loves Jamaica. I thought that this man would have done a mixtape or something with Popcaan. He says he loved Jamaica, and I think that they were saying that the video Weekend done wasn't even shot in Jamaica, yo. I don't know. Like, what kind of sign is that? I'm not sure, but the vibe between Popcaan and Drake overall from 2015 till now, it felt forced to me. It didn't feel natural. It didn't feel like something that was needed. I mean, if they made it possible, or if they put energy into it, I think that Popcaan was the person who was excited to have Drake on his side. Like, Drake was more interested in learning the culture so that he could put it in his music and make more hits to reach more people. That is what I think, right? Yeah, man, I just think that Drake wasn't showing enough attention in which he should have been showing to his artist and friend Popcaan, which he says that is his friend. You understand? Yeah, I just feel like the whole vibe just wasn't natural. And it's okay if something isn't natural. If you're a creative person, you would understand that. Yeah, sometimes you like an idea or like the idea of something, but when you put it together, it just doesn't work well. You understand? Or sometimes you may have a fellow creative person in which you admire their work, but when you try to work together, you realize that this does not really work, and that is all right, right? But with the amount of clout that Drake has, with the amount of power musically, like Drake is one of the greatest artists in our generation. None of us can deny that, yo. None of us can deny that. Like, right now, anything that Drake has, it sell off. Anything that Drake does, it sell off, right? So there's no. Oh, one more point before I forget. One more point. Every album that Drake dropped since it came out that him and Popcaan are linked, every album that Drake dropped, Popcaan isn't on any of them, yo. Why is that? Why is that? Are you going to tell me that you thought of putting on new artists? Because Drake does this regular. He puts on new people who, new younger artists who person seems to be going for. Some of them are even unknown. He puts them on. Drake is known for putting on younger artists. You understand, giving them clothes and all of that, right? So what's wrong with Popcaan? Like, why couldn't he have done that for Popcaan? Why doesn't he value Popcaan in putting him on his album so that persons who don't know about the artist can discover the artist? Why? As Popcaan would have said, why? I just don't understand, yo. I just think that on this label, like Popcaan has been snubbed a lot, and I think that he's finally realizing this, that this label, being on this label isn't for him. He isn't getting the attention that he needs. He isn't getting the push that he needs musically, because Popcaan is a good artist from Jamaica. Like, Popcaan can really do great things, you understand? Giving the push from an artist that means him well, he can reach like really far. Popcaan is doing good on his own. Like, he doesn't need Drake, to be honest. So if he decides to drop Drake, fine, that's fine by me. I don't care. Right? Drake is not doing anything for him. Like, the man is not helping to sell Popcaan's album. Like, Drake can do so much. It's like, I feel like in order for Popcaan to get a feature from Drake, he has to beg Drake, yo. Drake doesn't seem excited to be like you can hear it in the features. Like, Drake is not putting out his best, like, to give this a hit and to be number one on the Billboard chart. If you research Drake right now, like, Drake has the highest award, like, for the Billboard person in history, yo. Like, come on, like, Drake a big artist. Like, Drake, if you were talking in terms of game, like, Drake buck the Billboard, right? Drake reached the limits of the Billboard. Drake achieved everything that needs to be achieved in terms of Billboard. So the energy in which he puts out for Popcaan, like, there's no excuse for that. If you value him as a friend and you want to see him reach level, give the man a good energy. You give other artists good energy. You give American artists who come from the hood, who come from the ghetto, or who come from wherever, you give them good energy. He gave Little Dirk good energy. He give all of these artists good energy. Young Thug and those persons good energy. Give Chris Brown his enemy. Well, Chris Brown is already a big artist, but you understand what I'm saying. When Drake goes on a feature, yo, in which Drake respects, Drake gives his all. Drake gives his all. And I just feel like, maybe he's saying that, the Jamaican days or the Jamaican vibe is up now, so it just doesn't feel like there's anything more that he can get from Jamaica. He already did everything that he's supposed to do already. So the vibe is already up now. So yeah. So it doesn't feel the vibe to, continue. Yeah, man. I don't think that Popcaan is getting the attention. And I'm glad that he finally wise up now. Yeah, man. I'm glad to see him wise up, man. Yeah. So this was basically what I had to say today. I'm glad for Popcaan. Yeah. And as you have seen, I'm back right now. Yeah. And if you like my video, please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment below what you thought about my points. And I'll see you next time.